Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to Hari Shewa IBBI Valuation Cracker. My name is Rajesh S. Wadhwani. I am registered valuer in land and building asset class. In phase 2, I have started general law. General law, we have completed Indian Contract Act from section 1 to 75. Today we are going to start video number 3, indemnity and guarantee and law of agency. Let us first start indemnity. Contract of indemnity and guarantee. Contract of indemnity, Section 124 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. A contract of indemnity is an agreement where one party, the indemnifier, that party calls indemnifier, promise to compensate the other party, second party, called indemnified or indemnity holder, for any loss incurred due to the conduct of promisor himself or the conduct of any other person. Contract of indemnity is bilateral. It will be happen between two party only. For my Hindi viewers, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑफ इंडेमनिटी दो जनों के बीच में होता है. एक जना दूसरे को प्रॉमिस करता है कि मेरी वजह से आपको जो भी नुकसान होगा और मेरे लोगों की वजह से और मेरे किसी कारण की वजह से जो भी नुकसान होगा उसकी मैं भरपाई करूंगा. My English viewers, please try to understand this diagram. A and B, two party. A promised to B कि whatever loss due to him or by any other person to B, he will fill the loss amount to him. A party promised to compensate the B party for any loss incurred due to A ने B को compensate किया. A ने B को बोला कि मेरी वजह से जो आपको लॉस होगा उसका मैं नुकसान का भरपाई करूंगा. A यदि ठेकेदार है, B अपना नया मकान बना रहा है, तो ए ने बी को बोला आपका जब तक नया मकान नहीं बन जाता, वो नए मकान बनाते टाइम जितना भी यदि कुछ टूट फूट होता है, कोई डैमेज होता है, तो वो उसका पूरी भरपाई करेगा. तो मकान बनाते टाइम आपका पास वाला मकान को भी यदि कोई डैमेज होता है तो उसकी भरपाई करेगा, चाहे उसकी वजह से, चाहे उसके इक्विपमेंट की वजह से, चाहे उसके वर्कर की वजह से. मकान में यदि कोई डैमेज हुआ तो वो फुलफिल करेगा. तो ये इंडemnity कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कहलाता है. ये दो जनों के बीच में होता है, ए और बी. ए ने बी को प्रॉमिस किया कि जो भी लॉस होगा आई विल कंपनसेट टू बी. तो ए जो प्रॉमिस कर रहा है वो इंडेम्निफायर हो गया, और जिसको प्रॉमिस किया जाता है वो इंडेम्निफायर और इंडेम्निटी होल्डर कहलाता है. द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑफ indemnity can be either express or implied. An example of such a contract is a insurance contract. Insurance contract is an example, a perfect example where the insurer indemnifies the insured against losses. सिर्फ लाइफ इंश्योरेंस प्रोडक्ट को छोड़ के जितने भी इंश्योरेंस के रहते हैं वो इंडेम्निफाइड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट रहते हैं. यदि आपकी वो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी कहती है कि यदि आपकी कार का जो एक्सीडेंट हुआ तो वो पूरा डैमेज फुलफिल करेगा। आपके मकान का यदि आपने इंश्योरेंस लिया है तो आपका मकान में फायर लगी या कहीं कुछ डैमेज फायर की वजह से या उसके रिस्क जो आपने इंश्योरेंस करवाए हैं उनकी वजह से यदि कुछ भी डैमेज होता है तो वो मकान का भरपाई करेगा। तो मेजर इंडेमनिटी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इंश्योरेंस के लिए होते हैं। essential of contract of indemnity, indemnity is also a contract है जो इसको इसलिए इस चैप्टर में इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट में रखा गया है। एज पर इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट 1275 जितने भी वैलिड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के सेक्शन है सब इंडेमनिटी एंड गारंटी में भी एप्लीकेबल है। तो essential of contract of indemnity, valid contract must fulfill all essential element of valid contract from section 1 to 75. Loss or damage, loss must arise due to promisor action or any third party। यदि लॉस होगा तभी नुकसान का कंपनसेट मिलेगा। जैसे इंश्योरेंस प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, यदि आपका कार का एक्सीडेंट हुआ तभी उसका रिपेयर का कॉस्ट मिलेगा, अदरवाइज नो। एक्सप्रेस और इम्प्लाइड फॉर्म में रहते हैं, कैन बी रिटर्न और कैन बी ओरल और कैन बी इम्प्लाइड फॉर्म। Coverage of insurance contract except life insurance indemnity contract apply to insurance agreements. Extent of indemnity. The indemnifier is liable for all legitimate claims of indemnity including legal cost. Example of indemnity. B is the owner of factory. Enter into a contract with A. Assume A is an insurance company, who agree to indemnity B against any loss due to accident। फैक्ट्री में कोई लॉस हुआ ड्यू टू एक्सीडेंट तो ए विल पे इट। an accident occur causing damage worth of 11,000, then B claim B is required to compensate the insurance injured party। Here B can claim 11,000 from A as a indemnity। So B can claim 11,000 from A as the indemnity। Second example, for land and building valuer, a contractor enter into agreement with the property owner. If any damage happened to your existing structure during the construction of the new building, whether caused by the contractor or his worker or anyone else hired by contractor or his equipment, he will bear the full cost of repair। In this case, contractor is indemnifier, property owner is indemnified, damage of building any loss, then contractor will pay it। Right to indemnified, section 125 में what rights is given indemnified holder? The indemnified holder damage paid in respect of any matter covered under indemnity। indemnity की टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन के हिसाब से जो भी डैमेज कवर है वो डैमेज का पेमेंट इंडेमनिफायर को करने का होगा। लीगल कॉस्ट इनकर्ड इन डिफेंडिंग क्लेम कवर अंडर इंडेमनिटी। यदि इंडेमनिटी होल्डर की कोई लीगल कॉस्ट हुई है क्लेम करने में तो वो लीगल कॉस्ट का भी इंडेमनिफायर से क्लेम कर सकता है। दिस इज द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑफ इंडेमनिटी। Now we will start contract of guarantee। Contract of guarantee, section 126 of the Indian Contract Act 1872। A contract of guarantee is tri-party agreement between the principal debtor, the creditor, and the surety। Contract of guarantee, three persons should be there, three agencies within three party. Contract of guarantee is possible. Indemnity only for two person. Remember, indemnity is a bilateral or guarantee is a three party agreement। Guarantee is a three party agreement। Three main persons are: one is principal debtor, the person for whom the guarantee is given, जिसके लिए आप गारंटी, जिसके लिए आप गारंटी दूसरे को गारंटी दे रहे हो, क्रेडिटर को. The principal debtor, the person for whom the guarantee is given. Creditor, the person for whom guarantee is given. Creditor, जिसको उसने किसी को माल दिया है, उसको पैसा मिलने का है, तो उसको गारंटी दी जाती है. क्रेडिटर, जिसको पैसा मिलने का है. सियोरिटी, द पर्सन हु गिव द गारंटी, जो गारंटी दे रहा है. गारंटी देने का नंबर ऑफ एजेंसी हैं, पर मोर देन 75-80% में बैंक गारंटी देता है. बैंक का जो वर्ड है, बैंक गारंटी, मैं किसी को गारंटी दे रहा है कि यदि आपको यहाँ से पेमेंट नहीं मिला तो मैं उस पर्सन की वजह से आपको गारंटी दे रहा हूँ, पैसा मिलेगा. तो थ्री एजेंसी हो गई: प्रिंसिपल डेटर, क्रेडिटर्स, सियोरिटी. सियोरिटी को आप अज्यूम कीजिए ये ब्रैकेट में बैंक, assume कीजिए he bank is giving bank guarantee. For remembering easy words, a contract of guarantee is the contract to perform the promise or discharge the liability of third person in case of default. The person who give the guarantee is called surety. The person in respect whose default the guarantee is given called the principal debtor, and the person to whom the guarantee is given is called a creditor. Please, I will explain by diagram also. A guarantee may be either oral or written. So, in English law, it must be in writing. As per English law, it must be in writing. But a guarantee, as per Indian Contract Act, a guarantee may be either oral or written. So, in English law, it must be in writing. Try to understand this diagram. This contract of guarantee, triplicate, three parties there. Triplicate. One party is a principal debtor. B party is a creditor. C is a surety. For my Hindi viewers, A principal debtor है, B creditors है, C surety है. यदि कोई बिजनेस कर रहा है, उसने इसको 20 मेट्रिक टन रेनफोर्समेंट स्टील दिया, 20 मेट्रिक टन रेनफोर्समेंट स्टील, रेनफोर्समेंट स्टील फॉर बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन. अब एक प्रिंसिपल डेटर, आप समझिए ठेकेदार है, उसको 20 टन रेनफोर्समेंट चाहिए. वो बी के पास जाएगा कि आप मेरे को 20 टन रेनफोर्समेंट दीजिए. बी उसको रेनफोर्समेंट स्टील देने के लिए तैयार हो जाएगा. वो बोलेगा कैश पेमेंट आओ. ये बोलेगा मेरे पास कैश पेमेंट नहीं है, आप मेरे को रेनफोर्समेंट दीजिए, मैं 15 दिन के बाद में या 30 दिन के बाद में आपको पेमेंट दूंगा. तो बी बोलेगा मैं कैसे मान लूं आपको मुझसे पेमेंट मिल जाएगा. बी एग्री नहीं होगा, बी को कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है, वो उसका के साथ कभी बिजनेस नहीं किया है. तो बी बोलेगा मेरे को कोई गारंटी दीजिए जिससे मैं आपको ये 20 टन स्टील दे देगा, आप मेरे को 30 डेज में पेमेंट दे देने का. तो ये जो प्रिंसिपल डेटर है, ये बैंक के पास जाएगा या किसी अपने फ्रेंड के पास जाएगा. यदि बैंक के पास नहीं जाता, किसी नॉन पर्सनलिटी के पास जाएगा कि मेरे बिहाफ में आप बी क्रेडिटर को गारंटी दीजिए कि ये 20 लाख, ये 20 मेट्रिक टन से रेट है 1 लाख रुपए पर टन, ये 20 लाख रुपीस में उसको 30 दिन के बाद में दूंगा. तो बी उस कंडीशन में यदि सेटिस्फाई हो जाएगा, जो उसको श्योरिटी दे रहा है कि हाँ इससे उसको पैसा मिल जाएगा, तो ये 20 मेट्रिक टन उसको स्टील दे देगा और 30 दिन तक वेट करेगा। 30 दिन में यदि ये पैसा इसको प्रिंसिपल डेटर क्रेडिटर्स को दे देता है तो अच्छी बात है। यदि 30 दिन के अंदर इसको पैसा नहीं मिला तो ये श्योरिटी के पास जाएगा कि आपने मेरे को बोला था 20 टन मेट्रिक टन स्टील दे दो और मैंने 20 लाख का मटेरियल दे दिया, अब आप मेरे को पैसा दीजिए, 30 दिन हो गए। तो सबसे पहले ये श्योरिटी या जो बैंक है या कोई नॉन पर्सनलिटी है जिसने गारंटी दी है, जो श्योरिटी जिसने भी दी है वो क्रेडिटर को 20 लाख दे देगा कि आप लीजिए 20 लाख। उसके बाद में इनका जो रिलेशन हुआ होगा प्रिंसिपल डेटर एंड श्योरिटी का, वो 20 लाख श्योरिटी वाला बाद में प्रिंसिपल डेटर से ले लेगा। दिस इज द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑफ गारंटी। A, A request B to sell and deliver goods on credit. A ने रिक्वेस्ट किया कि आप मेरे को गुड्स दे दो, ऑन क्रेडिट पे दे दो। B एग्री प्रोवाइडेड C गारंटी द पेमेंट। वो B तभी उसको गुड्स देगा जब C रेडी हो जाए कि आप A को गुड्स दे दो, पेमेंट दिलाने की मेरी गारंटी है, अदरवाइज आई विल गिव द पेमेंट। C प्रॉमिस टू गारंटी द पेमेंट। अब C ने इसको प्रॉमिस दे दिया बिकॉज ए प्रॉमिस टू बाय डिलीवर ऑफ द गुड्स, क्योंकि ए को बाय करने का था, डिलीवरी ऑफ गुड्स चाहिए था और इनमें आपस में समझौता हो गया था ए एंड सी में कि यदि मैं पैसा टाइम से नहीं दे पाया तो आप दे देने का, बाद में मैं आपको पैसा देगा, जो इंटरेस्ट चार्जेस जो एग्री हुए होंगे उसके हिसाब से बाद में प्रिंसिपल डेटर सी को पैसा दे देगा। इन दिस केस ए इज ए प्रिंसिपल डेटर, बी इज ए क्रेडिटर, सी इज ए श्योरिटी। A is requesting the goods and will receive them, so A is a primary liable to pay. B is selling, delivering the goods on credit, so B expect the payment. If first B will take the payment from A is unable to pay, then B will ask from C because C has given the guarantee. This is the guarantee. Guarantee is of 3%, indemnity is a 2%. 1 mark MCQ is coming. If 3% is involved, what is indemnity, guarantee, both of this or none of above? Now section 129, continue guarantee. Continue guarantee, a guarantee which extends to a series of transactions is called a continue guarantee. Assume same case. In this case, C give the guarantee to creditors 20 lakhs rupees annual. मैं आपको A के अगेंस्ट में 20 lakhs का गारंटी दे देता हूँ। Then A, whenever want, he will take the B 20 ton steel. After that, he will do the payment to B. And after adjusting this steel, again he will take 20 metric ton steel. And again he will give 20 lakhs. This process will go 1 year. If A principal debtor is giving the payment, no problem. If A is unable to give payment, B will ask from the surety. This continue process will run 1 year. That is called a continue guarantee as per section 129. Continuing guarantee. A guarantee which extends to a series of transactions is called a continue guarantee. Now see the illustration. As per Indian Contract Act, it is given in 1872. A guarantee payment to B, a tea dealer, amount of 100 pound for any tea he may from time to time supply to C, be supplied to C with T to above the value of £100, then C pay to B for it. Okay, payment is going on. He is giving £100 T and he is giving 100 ton payment. Continue. This process is going on. So this process, then he has believing कि I will get the payment, and he has sent the T of £200. B supply C with the T to the value of £200. C fail. When he supplied £200, so C fail to give the payment. Then guarantee given by A was his continued guarantee, and he is according to liable to pay B is 100. Guarantee was £100 only. Whatever he has supplied £200, but bank will pay him only 100 because only £100 guarantee was given. So this example first break up this. A guarantee payment to B, a tea dealer, up to £100 for the tea supplied to C. A guarantee payment to B. A ने बोला मैं आपको £100 तक पेमेंट दे देगा, आप सी को चाय देते जाओ. B supply tea to C more than once. उसने कई बार चाय देता गया, वो £100 उसको देता गया. He is happy. C pay for earlier supply but failed to pay for. तो एक बार उसने 200 का, इसने कहा मेरे को पेमेंट तो आ ही जाता है, £200 का उसने चाय एक साथ बेच दिया. Because it is a continuing guarantee, A is liable to up to only 100. Bank will A is a surety. A is a surety. You think it is the bank. A will liable up to £100 only. In this case, C is a principal debtor, B is a creditor, A is a surety. This is example of continuing guarantee. The guarantee is not for a single transaction, for a series of transaction also. A number of series of transaction. If guarantee of 1 year, in 1 year, if you do the 30 transaction, 50 transaction, no problem. Guarantee only whatever amount is given, that amount is fixed until the maximum limit 100 reach or the guarantee is revoked. यहाँ तो गारंटी 100 पौंड का हो गया, तो उसके बाद में उसको टी देने का ही नहीं था. This is essential of contract of guarantee. Guarantee contract is also a Indian contract, is coming Indian contract act only. And whatever essential is required for guarantee 1 to 75, valid, void, all is applicable in guarantee case. In this guarantee, three contract will be prepared. Three contract. One contract will principal and creditors. One contract principal, debtor and surety, and third one is surety between the creditors. These three contract will become in contract of guarantee. Tri-parties agreement. It involves three party and three interrelated contract between principal, debtor and creditors, between creditors and surety, between surety and principal debtors. Liability, the principal debtor is primary liability, while the surety is secondary liability, which arise only in the principal debtor default. Valid contract. Guarantee should fulfill all the valid contract condition. Free consent, lawful consideration, and competency of party. Consideration. There in guarantee there is no direct consideration with the creditors. Uh, Sum of percentage will be decided between principal, debtor, and bank in surety. They will decide it, but nowhere mention in the contract between principal, debtor, and creditors. There is no direct consideration between the surety and creditors. The consideration received by the principal debtor is considered sufficient for the surety. Whatever he gets, surety will get from principal debtor. जिसकी वजह से वो गारंटी दे रहा है. वो उसी को पकड़ेगा कि मैंने 20 लाख उसको दे दिए, अब मेरे को 21 लाख या 20,50,000 जो भी परसेंटेज रूल्स या रेगुलेशन से होता है, तो वो उसको अमाउंट 6 महीने में, 1 साल में या 2 साल के अंदर में उसको पेमेंट करने का है विद इंटरेस्ट रेट एक्स वाई। Co-exigence liability. The surety liability is equal to that of the principal debtor unless limited by specific contract terms and this include। ठीक है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट टर्म्स में जितना लिखा हुआ होगा, जैसे टी डीलर के केस में आपने देखा 100 पाउंड का था, तो उसने 200 पाउंड का सप्लाई कर दिया, तो 200 पाउंड के लिए श्योरिटी की जिम्मेदारी नहीं रहेगी। गारंटी कैन बी एक्सप्रेस और इम्प्लाई। नेक्स्ट, difference between indemnity and guarantee. Indemnity is a bilateral, very important. Indemnity is a bilateral, is a tri-party agreement. Indemnity, two-party, indemnifier and indemnified, yeah, indemnity holder. In guarantee, three parties, surety, principal debtor and creditors. Indemnity, there is no privacy of the contract between indemnifier and the debtor. In guarantee, mutual contract exists between all three parties. The indemnifier assumes primary liability and promises to compensate for any loss suffered by the indemnity party irrespective of third party obligation. The surety liability is the secondary and arise only when the principal debtor default on their obligation. जो बैंक गारंटी होता है या श्योरिटी है, वो तभी एप्लीकेबल रहेगा जब आपका प्रिंसिपल डेटर आपको पेमेंट देने में फेल हो गया, जो भी उसके साथ टाइम लिमिट है 30 डेज, 45 डेज, 60 डेज, यदि वो पेमेंट देने में फेल हुआ है, उसके बाद आप सीओटी से पेमेंट ले सकते हो। Liability arise from loss or damage suffered by indemnity due to the conduct of indemnifier or any third party. The obligation of surety depend on the principal debtor default in fulfilling their promise to the creditors. जो इंडेम्निटी है, इंडेम्निटी में यदि कोई लॉस हो गया है, तो इंडेम्निफायर को इंडेम्निटी होल्डर को लॉस का पेमेंट करने का होगा। और जो गारंटी है, उसमें यदि प्रिंसिपल डेटर यदि पेमेंट देने में फेल हुआ है, तभी आप श्योरिटी से पेमेंट की मांग पूछ सकते हैं। ऑब्लिगेशन ऑफ श्योरिटी डिपेंड ऑन द प्रिंसिपल डेटर डिफॉल्ट इन फुलफिलिंग देयर प्रॉमिस टू द क्रेडिटर्स। A contract of indemnity is a direct engagement between two parties. A contract of guarantee involves three separate but independent contracts. Here only one contract between two parties. Here three contracts. Principal debtor, creditors. Principal debtor, surety. Surety and creditors. Okay, I will explain you a number of examples. So this is our indemnity and guarantee chapter is completed. Next, we will start law of agency. As per chapter 10 of Indian Contract Act 1872, section 182 to 189 for agency. What is meaning of agency? Who is the agent? Agent and principal. An agent is a person employed to do any act for another or to represent another in dealing with third person. The person for whom such act is done or who is so represent is called a principal. As per section 182, two person is there. First person, one is agent, a person authorized to act for another. Agent is working for another person. That another person is principal. Principal is the person who appoint the agent to act on their behalf. Principal will appoint a person. That person will call agent. That agent work for the principal for third person. Try to understand. An agent act on behalf of principal while dealing with third party. The third party. Therefore, principal is liable for all act done by agent with the scope of their authority. Please try to understand in this way. Say P is a principal, A is the agent. P appoint A. Principal appoint A for doing work. For doing work. This agent will do work of principal for third party. For simple understanding, principal say staying in Mumbai, he want to construct his house in his village. That village is near to Chennai. Now principal is unable to go to Chennai every time to his village. He will appoint an agent. This agent will see his construction of work and he will see how contractor is working and he will arrange contractor daily requirement. He wants some cement, steel, water. He will arrange in behalf of the principal. Then this is the called agent. Hope it is the clear for my Hindi viewers. प्रिंसिपल जो ओनर है वो बम्बई में रह रहा है, उसको चेन्नई में अपने गांव के पास में एक मकान बनाने का है। तो मकान बनाने के लिए ओनर प्रिंसिपल बार बार वहां जा नहीं सकता है, तो वो एक एजेंट का अपॉइंट करेगा। एजेंट देखेगा कि जो ठेकेदार लगाया गया है उसका डेली का रिक्वायरमेंट फुलफिल करेगा। उसको सीमेंट लेके देने का, सैंड, मेटल, एग्रीगेट, स्टील लेके देने का, वो सारा काम एजेंट करेगा। जो ये पर्सन कॉन्ट्रैक्टर को हर चीज सप्लाई करके देगा या मटेरियल ला के देगा, ये एजेंट कहलाएगा। Who may employ an agent? Any major and sound-minded person can appoint an agent. Agency is the part of Indian Contract Act 1872. Whatever terms and conditions applicable in the contracts from section 1 to 75, same terms and conditions applicable for agent except for consideration. Who may be an agent? Anyone can be agent in dealing with third party, but to the responsible to the principal, the agent must be a major and a sound mind. For agency, as per section 185, no consideration is required. In contract, every contract requires the consideration, except in the agency, consideration is not necessary. Consideration is not necessary. An agency can be created without any consideration also. Okay. This agency can be by express or impelled authority, express given through spoken or written words, impelled inferred from situation or usual course of dealing, or by act, meaning of express and authority I have already explained clearly stated in the word impile understood from the conduct, circumstance, and business custom. Extent of agent authority. The agent can do everything lawful and necessary to carry out assigned act of business. For business agent, this includes usual act like buying material, hiring of the worker. The agent can buy for any type of material for the necessary whatever work is given to him. Example, recovery debt using legal process, he can do it. Purchasing material and hiring of shipbuilding business if in his scope. Agent authority in emergency. If an emergency, an agent can take action as a person of ordinary prudence would take the themselves to prevent loss to principal. In emergency, agent can do any work so that he principal loss will be the minimum. For example, getting goods repaired before sale if needed. If goods are damaged, so he can do the repair and sell it. Selling perishable goods that would not survive the journey. Perishable goods. Perishable goods meaning in हिंदी जिन गुड्स का लाइफ कम होता है और जो गुड्स खराब हो सकता है, जैसे बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन में सीमेंट बैग्स खराब हो सकता है. अब सीमेंट बैग्स बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन के लिए आउटसाइड स्टोर किया गया है, मानसून की चेतावनी है, तो एजेंट इमीडिएट विलेज में स्टोर लेके सीमेंट बैग को शिफ्ट कर सकता है विदाउट आस्किंग द प्रिंसिपल so that he will save the cement bags in behalf of principal. So in case of emergency, agent can do any work. Now next is a sub-agent, section 190 to 195. An agent can be delegate unless trade custom nature of work allow. Agent can again delegate his work to sub-agent. A sub-agent is appointed and controlled by the original agent only. Or agent is liable to the principal. Sub-agent will not liable the principal. If properly appointed, the principal, if properly is appointed, sub-agent appointed with the consent of principal, then principal is bound by sub-agent act. Agent is responsible to the principal. If improperly appointed, principal is not bound, agent alone is responsible. If the agent is authorized to appoint someone, that person becomes the principal agent, not a sub-agent. 195. Agent must use ordinary prudence in selecting another agent. If so, agent is not liable for that agent negligence. Now, section 196 to 200, rectification. Rectification means जो काम हो गया उसको बाद में अनुमोदन करने का. 196. Act done without authority can be ratified by the principal. एजेंट ने कोई ऐसा काम कर दिया है, जैसे पर्सिबल गुड्स के लिए उसने गांव में स्टोर को रेंट पे लिया, फिर सीमेंट बैग शिफ्ट कराया, उसने स्टोर में रखा, तो उसको ऑर्डर देने के लिए वो प्रिंसिपल को बाद में रेटिफाई करके ऑर्डर इशू करवा सकता है. Ratification can be expressed or implied by the contract conduct. Ratification is valid only if the principal know all the material facts. Ratify one part means ratify the whole transaction. Ratification cannot harm third party or take away their rights. Now, Article Section 1201 to 202, revocation of authority. Agency ended by principal can do the revocation, agent reunification, completion of work, death or instantly of principal or agent, principal insolvency. If the agent has an interest in the subject matter, agency cannot be revoked to his prejudice. This is section 202 is telling if the agent has an interest in the subject matter, agency cannot revoke to his prejudice. यदि प्रिंसिपल ने एजेंट को ऐसा वर्क दिया है जिसमें एजेंट का भी बेनिफिट है, तो प्रिंसिपल उसको रिवोक नहीं कर सकता उस वर्क को जब तक वो वर्क कंप्लीट नहीं होगा. We will try to understand this section 202 with the example. Termination of agency where agent has interest in the subject matter. When an agent is personally interested in the property or subject matter of the agency, the principal cannot revoke. In that case, principal cannot revoke, cancel the agency of the agent disadvantage, even due to that or insanity of the principal. If the agent has some financial interest on benefit tied to the agency work, then the principal cannot cancel the agency in way they cause loss to agent. Say with the example, A authorized B to sell his land. A authorized B to sell his land. A also say that from the sell money B can record the money A owes his debt. A कहता है कि आप बी को कहता है कि आप मेरा ये जमीन बिकवा दीजिए और आपका मेरे ऊपर जो 1 लाख रुपए उधारी है, जो जमीन का जो वैल्यू आएगा, आप जो बेचेंगे जमीन को, जमीन का वैल्यू 5 लाख 10 लाख जो भी आएगा उसमें से 1 लाख माइनस करके बाकी का पैसा मेरे को दे देने का. Here B has a personal interest in the land, he will recover his due from it. So he cannot cancel the authority letter. Even if A die or become mentally unstable, the agency continue because the interest is protected. So this our law of agency topic is also completed. Now we have learned in this video indemnity, guarantee and law of agency. Here 10 MCQ for practice. Please go through each MCQ. There is a maximum chances one number MCQ will come in exam out of this 10 MCQ. First MCQ. The contract of indemnity is defined in the section of the Contract Act 1872. Indemnity defined in section 124. Remember this section. Answer is the A. Answer is the A. Indemnity defined in contract of indemnity, triparty, bilateral, multi-party and multilateral. Contract of indemnity bilateral. एक यदि बी को लॉस हो गया तो ए उसकी भरपाई करेगा. बी का लॉस या तो ए की वजह से होना चाहिए या उसकी पर्सन के वजह से होना चाहिए या उसके इक्विपमेंट की वजह से होना चाहिए. तो इट इज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑफ इंडेमनिटी इज द बायलैटरल. A is a contract to perform the promise or discharge the liability of third person in case of default. Either A, B or third person आ गया, 3 person आ गया. 3 person means contract of guarantee. Answer is the A. The person who give guarantee is called, जो पर्सन गारंटी देता है, मैक्सिमम गारंटी बैंक से दी जाती है, तो बैंक जो पर्सन गारंटी दे रहा है उसको बोला जाता है श्योरिटी. आंसर इज द बी. द पर्सन इन रेस्पेक्ट हुज डिफॉल्ट द गारंटी इज गिवन इज कॉल्ड द प्रिंसिपल डेटर. Yes, it can be possible. Surety? No, it is not possible. Creditors? No. None of from the above. This answer is not possible. So answer is the A, principal debtor. Question number 6. The person to whom the guarantee is given called, जिसको गारंटी दी गई है, जिसको पैसे देने के हैं, he is called a creditors. The term agent has been defined in section of the Contract Act. This is last section, chapter 10. Chapter 10 is start section 182. So answer is the A. Now question number 8. An agent is a person employed to do any act for another or to represent another in dealing with third person. The person whom such act is done, who is the who is so represent, they called as the principal, master, karta, none of the above. Agent is for whom working. Principal. Answer is the A. Now question for 9. For the creation of agency, consideration is not necessary as per section 185. Answer is the B. Question number 10. Which of the following refer to a contract where one party promised to compensate the other for loss caused by their own or another conduct? Only two party involved. Loss, one party promised to another party. If two party is there, then contract of indemnity. Answer is the D. Very much for watching this video on general law subject. I hope you found it useful and informative. Please share your valuable comments on YouTube so I can continue to improve the content as per your requirement. Do not forget to subscribe the channel Hari Shewa IBBI Valuation Cracker and support us with your feedback. See you in next video. Thank you.